Welcome back, another episode of Thrones Be the Game. We are back in the house. How's everybody doing?
Excellent.
What's happening?
All right, big episode here for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of going on. A lot of going on.
Mm-hmm.
What is everybody's initial thoughts before we break down and go into the initial scenes?
I mean, a lot more happened in this episode than I expected there to be. But then taking a step back and remembering we only have 180 minutes left in the entire series, I wonder if enough happened. There were some surprises, 2 very big deaths. I thought it was an excellent episode.
A lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like it. I mean, I think at this point there's no pleasing all the fans.
Yeah.
Because we have so little time left, and I think everybody wants there to be so much to happen with every single character that there's just not enough time to do. But I thought it was excellent. And then I do have to go back and correct the feeling I had last week about there not being enough to the Night King and White Walker story. And I think that, this episode shows, like, this is still Game of Thrones. Like, game back on.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with the with the Night King story being over because I think Cersei is so much scarier.
I like the time I spent watching the show. And what I struggle with is kind of to Raven's point, that since I know the end date, how much content that has to be shown or at least covered by the end of it, I'm judging every episode and every scene of whether or not I felt we've made enough progress. Mm-hmm. And so in watching it, I didn't think we actually made enough progress. I thought we spent a little bit too much time in Winterfell. And I also thought that we spent, I was kind of disappointed in some of the character arcs. And we'll probably go through it a little bit more in detail when we go scene by scene. But I feel like we kind of got cheated with Sansa's and Jaime's character arc in this episode. So,
Interesting set that you think they got cheated. Okay.
Yeah, Scott and I talked about that a little bit before we started recording, and I respectfully disagree, and we will get there.
So let's jump into this email box real quick. Pretty heated discussion last week about Daenerys putting
My bad, y'all.
Jorah in the friend zone. Streets was hot on fire, as I would say. This one comes from Sherry. She says, "I love last episode. Raven, you go, girl. Let them boys know what's going on in these streets. Love to see a woman's perspective on all this, but also get the fella's perspective as well. But it was good to see you stand up against those guys. Love the show."
Thank you, Sherry.
Sorry, you are.
For the record, Raven put a gun out on this. So
Yeah.
That is,
like
come on now.
And she's a lawyer
Right,
too.
so we were actually
so
in
can get away with
the position that they need to be defended. It was just 2 of us, but she had a gun on both.
See, even in their responses, they just can't give me my respect.
All right, next one is from Wallace. He says, "Yo, y'all represented, fellas. I've been saying this for a long time, and she should have gave up something." Y'all just said what a whole bunch of people have been saying in their mind, but just didn't say it out loud. How she gonna play this dude like this for 6-7 years? Got him going through grayscale. Got him going to get his skin peeled and getting a new plastic surgery. All these different things to get back to her, and he died for her, and he can't even get a kiss on the mouth. Love to show y'all.
I agree.
No, I agree.
I agree.
I didn't even think about the plastic surgery part.
Right.
Thank you for adding that on. He went through plastic surgery to get back to her.
Right. In like the 1500s.
Right, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
What you got to say to that, Ray?
Jorah went through a lot for Dany. I'm not denying that. I'm just
It's
saying
the
that
ultimate friend zone.
it is the ultimate friend zone, but men choose to put themselves
you think
there.
We do? Or
Yeah.
I think more women choose for men to be in the friend zone. than the
Yeah.
opposite.
I don't think no
But
guy. I
you
don't
can-
think no guy chooses that.
Guys
Like
end
you
up
can
being friends with a
you
girl.
can decide not to be friends with her anymore. You can decide to get out the zone.
That's not how
That's not
like.
how it works.
It's
Really,
like
it's not that simple.
it's like basketball or or a sport. It's a cornerback. If you think you're gonna lose, then you can't play the game. It's like everybody go out thinking they're gonna win.
I feel like everybody accepts the position that they have in people's lives. People
one does
treat
that.
you the way you let them treat you. And Jorah wanted to back up Dany. He wanted to die for
How
her.
many guys you put in the friend zone?
You miss 100% of the
All
shots
y'all
you
in
don't
the friend
take.
zone.
You miss 100%.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got a lot
I
of
know
male
a couple.
friends.
At least 3.
I know a couple.
Personally, I know 3 or 4. I know. Maybe 5. If you really let me, got to sit here thinking.
Right. I know a couple that may be listening to this podcast.
What's up, boys?
Hey, fellas, don't get done like Jorah.
Right.
If she getting shot at, just say, get up under the car. Don't be out there taking no bullets.
Right.
Just say, hey, get safely where I'm at.
Right. Hey, yo, psst, I'm over here.
You running out there all running through it, make sure she all right.
Well, if you die for me, I ain't slobbing you down when it happens either.
Damn,
I
you
will-
wouldn't even slob somebody down. They died for you. They died for you, Raven.
It was the ultimate curve too, because the first thing she did was kiss him after he was dead.
Right. Yo, listen.
She kissed him on the cheek.
Can't even give me no slob and I'm dead.
Oh my god.
Can't even give me no slob and I'm gone.
Okay.
I'm at the upper.
We
Danny.
ain't having this conversation
Danny's
again.
trash. We got another email.
Yeah, we got one more. Man. Shit, I'm in the upper room and still can't even get none. This next one is from VT Miller. He says, Raven, great perspective on what can be going on with Danny when in terms of the friendship situation. I really debate and go back and forth on how she really strung Jorah out, but at the same time, he did have a choice to be a part of her and love her and be a part of the Targaryen regime.
Thank you.
Wonder what their overall goal will be at the end. Do you all think that she will end up going mad like her father, or do you think that she will come to her senses? Because it looking like from the last episode that she's going to go mad queen on us.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're jumping ahead a little bit, but that's okay. I think that I think she's gonna go mad. In this episode, I think this episode showed it. I mean, she really has nobody left, other than Grey Worm. But you know, all her closest, you know, friends and confidants.
He's willing to die for her. So
Yeah, yeah, and he's pissed now. Like,
I would hate to be on the other side of this sword next week.
yeah, I think he's gonna die. I think they're both gonna die. But I think Danny's gonna go. I think Danny's gonna go mad, and that's gonna take her off focus. She's not gonna be able to listen to reason, and she's gonna get herself killed doing it.
I think Jon Snow's gonna kill her. That last episode made me think.
I hate that
It's gonna
I
be
like.
a mercy killing though too. I feel like it's gonna be like a mercy killing.
I don't know if that. I can't see that happening. I think that. I could see the Mountain killing her, and then I hate that I heard a spoiler that Euron's gonna kill her. I
These
could see
spoilers be
her.
ridiculous, though.
I could see her dying for Jon.
I can't see that.
Yeah, man. She had opportunity to not die in general. Overall.
Moving forward. So why would any of that change now?
I'm mainly thinking about the scene where she almost did and probably should have and could have used Drogon to take out the
whole
Iron Fleet. Yeah.
But I mean, she could have took them out, but she didn't take them out because
I know. I just
Can we
could
come back? We come back to that on the scene by scene.
Absolutely,
'Cause
absolutely.
I have a long thing to say.
Absolutely.
As we all know that her plan and tactics are the worst in general. So
Yeah, she's not very strategic. Her and Jon, neither her or Jon are very strategic. So
so let's start out. So basically, Jorah gets his last kiss.
First kiss.
First kiss.
I really want to know what she whispered to him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think? It like? I loved you.
It's probably some sucker shit. You know?
It probably was some sucker shit.
Yeah.
Man. That's the messed up part.
You're the
and
best
I know deep in
friend
my
I've
heart it's some
had.
Sucker shit.
All right, it's the best friend I ever had. Nobody has ever loved me like you. You know, buddy, old pal, some sucker shit.
I think it's probably some sort of promise that he didn't die for her in vain.
Wait till Jon Snow murk her.
Somebody.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I got a feeling Jon Snow finna put that dude, and he gonna go back to the wall. Ghost already waiting for him. Shout out to Tormund and Ghost, their new TV show, the Tormund and Ghost show.
Oh my
What
god.
was up with Sansa all emotional over
Theon?
Theon?
Yeah.
Because he saved her life. Remember?
Yeah. I mean, she developed a lot of respect and admiration for him. I don't think that they were romantic feelings, but
Couldn't be.
they built but they really built up their connection, you know, from him saving her from Ramsay and even when he came back at the beginning of this season. I think they built that up. And maybe it was just so somebody would be crying over him when he died. I don't know. But
You think Yara's gonna be pissed when she finds out that something happened to him?
I don't think we're gonna see Yara again.
I don't know. I mean, we have to and we can talk about that when we talk more about what's going to happen next. But there are some characters that I'm like, they did not wrap up their stories well enough that it doesn't make sense not for her.
Like
to
you
come
built
back.
them up all these seasons, and now they're just gone.
Yeah.
we see
Especially
your
she went back to the Iron Islands for a purpose too. It's not like she was like, "Ooh, I need a break," and she just why if they were gonna not bring her back, why not just let her die?
Well, she got the Iron Islands. She said they said she had the Iron Islands in Daenerys' name, claimed them in her name.
It didn't make sense though, because the Iron Islands legitimately selected Euron as the king.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he took all of them, took most of it away, and she conquered it back, I think.
But she had like 6 ships. I thought the Ironborn supposed to be gangsters.
Yeah, I don't know what she has. Period. Now,
I mean, she's got
Euron
people that's
attacked
back
what
there.
she
I
did
think
have.
she's got people back there.
Who knows? It doesn't make sense for her not to come back. But I will say overall, I appreciated the small funeral games and John's little speech, and I'm glad we got to see Ghost.
Maybe the last time.
All beaten up and one of his ears is missing, but
Can you imagine how much that smelled? All those bodies.
Oh my
burning?
God!
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever been around a skunk and how you cannot get that out
Yeah.
your nose? Can you imagine what thousands of bodies burning flesh smelled like?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, that's probably OC. It's probably OC.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So what you all think about the way that Arya with Beric? Sorry.
Beric.
What do you think? I mean, do you think that she really cared? Because
Yeah, he saved her life. And, there was definitely some mixed feelings that she had. I mean, he was on her list at one point.
Yeah.
And then he ended up dying for her. So I could see her feeling something with his death.
Yeah, it's kind of a more reflective moment than it was. It got kind of emotional. It was more like, you know what, I didn't see this journey ending this way, but there was a mutual respect and appreciation, for what he did for her, and so.
So we have all those. So then we have the big party, which was more like a sunning session,
Right?
for Daenerys. Daenerys is like the person that you invite to the party that had a whole bunch of money, but then you realize that they money really didn't mean nothing. It was just because you just helped get the party going. Because everybody else is there kicking with everybody else, and you the outsider. I think did she not realize that when she was embarking on it that she was going to be an outsider?
I think she thought people were going to
Just
embrace
bow-
her more than they did.
You think it was the ego thing of oh yeah, I'm the Targaryen family, I'm back.
Yeah.
She didn't realize people weren't fucking with their family for a while.
Well, but that's the thing though. So much of her rule is about her having a claim to the throne instead of actually building a coalition of mutual respect and trust and friendship. So you get in a situation where John has actual friends. Tyrion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tyrion has an actual brother.
Yeah.
So these relationships aren't these fraudulent type relationships. These are actual relationships built on common experiences. Versus Daenerys basically saying either you was a slave and I freed you, or you're fighting for me because I'm doing something else. And so everyone there are in her employ, versus actually having forged relationships with them individually.
Well, I have a
Grey
half.
Worm is the only one that's probably like a person left that's like been down.
Right, but even then he started off
As a
as an
slave.
employee.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have a halfway serious question. Were the black people not invited? I mean, she could have had some friends there, but we don't see Missandei. We don't see Grey Worm.
I mean,
we don't see any of the
I think it's mostly
Dothraki.
lords, people that really had like rank.
I mean, Gentry was a bastard until he walked in.
Right.
And the
Yeah, but
Hound-
he got ranked. He had ranked already though, because he the one that
Yeah.
built all the weapons. So you can't not let him go kick it. And I built all the
So
weapons.
Dothraki and Unsullied killed all the people. Or the
They ain't,
zombies.
but there's no Dothraki left to come to the party. So
It was that bullshit I'm talking about.
I mean, they're not gonna let the Nation of Islam come to the event. I mean,
Maybe they were serving pork. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
They
but
were
come on,
serving
man. We
pork.
knew that wasn't gonna
Nation
happen.
Islam show up.
yeah, they kicked Louis Farrakhan off Facebook already. Do you think they was gonna let them come to the party?
They did kick him off.
Yeah. So I mean, that was just a reflect. That was a show in real life.
Yeah, him and James Woods, right?
Yeah, I'm saying they can't come through. So shout out to the NOI, man. They Fruit of Islam had to sit outside and chill, man. And I know they mad at Grey Worm too, though. Like, man, there ain't that many of us left. Hey, man, I know your girl did, man. But what about that? What about that beach you was talking about? I heard you talking to her about. Hey, is that for everybody?
We still going though?
Is that
We still
for
going?
everybody?
Did she give you directions?
I mean, you ain't gotta go,
So sad.
but I mean, I met a little shorty up in Winterfell. Though I told her about some island.
She may have a sister.
Yeah.
We go
gotta
down
get
and protect them.
They said the best way to get over somebody is get up under somebody. So I'm just saying, I got you somebody, player.
Hey.
See what I gotta deal with. right, let's-
So no, but at the dinner, so she tries to make the power move, which was the obvious move, is to make Gendry over Storm. Nobody's been over Storm Run in like
River Run?
no Storm.
Storm. What is it called?
Storm's in.
Storm's End.
Yeah, ain't nobody been over that in like 30 years. Like so, like it was an easy one. It was like
That's a layup.
yeah, it was like oh, you the only Baratheon left. Well, then there you go. Like it's not like you found somebody else and placed somebody there. It was like. Cool. Oh, you're the last bastard of Robert Baratheon. It'd probably be nice to people in probably the area to probably respect more if it was a Baratheon.
Right.
There you go.
And that squashes the beef.
Yep.
Did everybody know that at that point, or
That
is
he
this,
was a.
that he was Robert Baratheon's son?
I don't know if it was like out there, but I think the main people knew that he was a bastard. Like the people in the know knew.
I mean, it's just a lot of casual conversation going on during this celebration that I was like, did people know this? Like Tormund talking about Jon dying and coming back to life. Like I didn't think he ever told Dany that.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. I think that was new information, and she kind of took it in stride. Like,
Yeah.
when you find out a dude, your nephew who you've been having sex with, came back from the dead, like I expect a facial expression at least. You know, like, please elaborate.
Yeah. So I don't know if he found out at some point, but I just thought it was kind of
Because John made
reckless.
it a point. Yeah, John made it a point to have my man's not tell Dany.
Oh, you talking about Bran?
Yeah.
Bran. Yeah. But she was so thirsty about that. Like, don't tell nobody. If you want to be with me, you can't tell nobody. Like, damn, I don't want to be with you anyway. I ain't trying to have sex with my aunt. He got some kind of upwards about him.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if his reaction during that scene was more so about, oh my God, I'm making out with my auntie, or was it because of the tension about who's gonna claim the throne?
I thought it was the auntie. I thought he was going for it and then realized who she was to him. He goes, oh.
He's like, and he was a little drunk, and he's like,
Exactly.
he's like I'm a little
Yeah,
drunk.
exactly. You know,
Little
chick came to
faded.
his room. He had a little fade going on. He thought, yeah,
He was like, damn, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I might as well go ahead and hit though. Jordan didn't do his thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do.
Right.
You know.
Before we move any further from the dinner, let's talk about the Never Have I Ever drinking game that
Yeah.
Yo,
they're playing.
First off, that was a terrible game. Like, it had
It
no
really
rules to
was.
follow.
I didn't understand.
I think it was to me. It seemed like it was set up to get Brienne,
Right.
like trap, not necessarily trap, but like get her to talking and stuff.
Yeah.
Because them two already knew, like, oh, we play this game all the time. Like, it was like, we good on this.
Well, that's why it was a stupid game, because two people are brothers. So it's like, I know
Right.
everything about, like
Well, no.
it's like-
Remember, the 6 month not having sex thing, no, he didn't know about.
Right, but I'm saying that there's going to be a much smaller list of things that I don't know about your brother. I mean, we wouldn't know about your brother versus somebody you've only met for a couple weeks or months or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a poorly constructed drinking game.
I mean, it's just the way that I've played this. I've been Brienne in this game so many times where the dudes know each other and they're really just trying to fish for information from me, and then the questions quickly turn sexual. Like, it's the classic Never Have I Ever game.
Yeah, man. They classically they wanted to play his game both together. He's like, man,
Right.
he was like, man, I'm trying to hit Brienne, though, right?
That wing.
Check this out.
And
What I
then,
need you to do.
did you see him curb my boy Tormund? Just pour him his drink?
But you see Tormund pop back like, "Though I'm getting me 2 more."
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what a real player do. Though.
Oh, yeah,
You bounce back.
He got over that real
He saw what happened to the last dude that got put in the friend zone.
Right.
He out there getting burned up as we speak.
Although he did start crying to the hound first.
No, he did. No,
did.
he had to get it out though. He had to get that
Yeah.
emotion out.
Yeah,
Then
he was crying.
Then he saw some women walk past the table like a true
Not
player
scared
that
of
he
a
is.
wildling.
And he was like,
Yeah, snap.
he's like, man, the best way to get over somebody is get up under somebody else.
Yeah.
How about 2 people?
It was a little bit. There's a little bit of hater, a little bit of wingman from Tyrion.
I have a theory. I think Sansa sent them to mess with cats.
Absolutely, she absolutely.
But did you feel like that? I felt like because
She said it.
because they kept showing Sansa's face though after like
Yeah.
the women were trying to get on people.
Yeah.
And she said she could have made you feel happy for a little bit or for a little while. I mean, I think that's what the play was.
Trying to get that
Yeah.
loyalty, like
because they got brothels.
Not even. I don't even
and-
know. I mean, I could see that happening, but not even necessarily to like get their loyalty or anything like seriously strategic. Like almost like, okay, it's the end of the battle. Go celebrate with
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
I
we
I
don't-
could kind of see
Everybody
that.
do their part in the battle.
I mean, we ain't trying to have
Battle
everybody go out
against
like Jorah up
I
in
don't
here.
know. Maybe not. I'm thinking more about it. I can't imagine Sansa being raped if she would try to put a woman in that position.
But I'm saying she's a prostitute. She's not forcing her in that situation.
Yeah.
Her job is to have sex with people.
She
She
said,
just
"We're
paid
getting-
her.
you getting paid handsomely."
Exactly.
Who knows? But speaking of Sansa and facial expressions, like when Dany tried to pull that power move by making Gendry legitimate and then Lord of Storm's End.
Storm's End.
I mean, she was looking like, what the fuck? Like, we have not settled whether or not you have the power to actually do
do that.
this. Yeah.
But my thing is, yeah, that's gonna be hard to hold up.
I'm saying, who is Sansa? Sansa ain't nobody.
Sansa, but in Sansa's mind, the North won, beat the White Walkers. We got a lot of weight to be throwing around here.
Or even like, just like, why would you do this in the middle of the dinner without like discussing it with anybody else? Like, you really just pulled rank.
She's just showing
So,
out.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying Sansa been doing that foolishness the whole time.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, her feeling about Dany.
But
like,
but Dany likes to show off, just like she shouldn't have brought them dragons through in the first place for Cersei to even see in the first place.
yeah.
When they all came in for the original meeting last year, remember they was like, "You don't come in showing the dragons off because it's going." And they gonna be able to be the dragons would have been just a rumor to you.
Right.
They was able to set up defenses for the dragons moving forward because she brought them through.
But in their defense, they also they battled the dragons in
Highgarden.
The Highgarden.
Right? Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you're right. Was
So-
that was before that
was
Highgarden was
before.
before that, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Highgarden was actually during that battle. This was after John. She saved John with the dragons.
Dragons
and
at the
lost.
right
Yeah.
at the with the
Yeah,
White
so
Walkers.
so
they would have known.
yeah, so
they would have
they
known.
know the dragons
Yeah.
existed. So I didn't think that was a big issue.
Yeah.
Can we talk about though how my man Jamie laid down that D though?
Let's go.
That was so funny. when he
First
said
off,
that-
First off, she knocked out and he's laying up in that bed, right? You know what I'm saying? So he's over evaluating.
Oh my God.
He had Ma come outside in her house coat in the winter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, you're talking about
Stacey-
the end of the season,
And
or
them
the end of the
and them
episode.
in her slippers, right?
and her arms crossed just like you have though. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
where you going?
He ain't got no job. He got one hand.
He
You know what I'm
ain't got no
saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You supposed to
Like-
be living here. Where you going?
I mean, that was a
In the middle of the
character.
night.
That was a character getting digged down. You know what I'm saying? Like that was comically digged down.
I felt so bad for Brienne. I know we're like
And
fast
he
forwarding
wasn't-
way
He
to
wasn't
get it.
Jamie then. He was Jameis.
Yeah, that ugly
Jameis,
cry,
where you
that ugly
going?
cry face.
Yeah, somebody said she had the ugliest cry next to that man on intervention.
Yes. And that was the most long drawn out cry ever too on the intervention.
She came out the house.
She was like,
you ain't
Jamie.
seen her in no unmentionables the whole show. Where'd she get this house gown from? And those furry slippers.
That
And they said that
that
they said
was
that
not.
over
You act like that was a cute house coat.
I know, but they said that was over a couple of weeks though that they was there. That he was.
I
supposed
mean,
to-
maybe.
So he was knocking it down for a couple of
Exactly,
weeks.
knocking
Every
it
day,
down.
ain't nothing else to do.
I know them furry slippers.
Oh my God.
You know,
I didn't think she
neighbors,
had on
but-
slippers.
I'm-
I thought
I'm
she
su-
came
I'm
out there
surprised.
barefoot.
No,
I bet you we went back
in my
and played
mind,
up. Some of the neighbors
slippers.
started
In my
turning their
mind,
lights on. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
turned the lights on, looking out the window.
She had some curlers in, I think, in the back.
Right.
No, she didn't. Stop.
You know,
it.
trying to get that little hang time in her back.
You know what I'm
She was
saying? All
like-
Jamie was missing was a cigarette hanging from his lip. He was missing a cigarette going, now woman.
And he was like, I'm going where I be going.
I'm at where I'm at. I'll be where I be.
Now I'll be back. If I make it out of this shit, I'll be back to see you. If I don't, then it was good knowing you.
Oh my God. Well, the whole way the
And look,
scene went
and,
down.
and look,
Yeah.
and don't be giving Tormund nothing in my pussy.
Right.
Tormund
That
wrong.
Because he that's
That whole
he
scene
wanted-
could have been. Had you made that?
'Cause Tor- he knew about Tormund. He
Had
knew
you made that Taraji,
Yeah.
P. Henson, and Tyreek, they could put that right in Baby Boy. Because this is a scene right about a
Yeah.
Baby Boy.
Oh
He was
my
routing
God.
out. He was
Go-
out.
Y'all fast forwarded way to the.
Yeah, I know, but that was
romance.
but that was part of the drinking. That's what
I
happened
get
because
it.
of that.
I get it.
Because he did it all slick. He just came in. He was like,
Ooh, it's
"You
hot
all
in
good?
here.
Yeah,
Let
it's
me
hot
take
in
off
here,
my
man.
shirt.
Yeah,
Let me take off
my
your
shoes,
shirt.
man. Damn, man.
He baited her.
And look, do you
Yeah.
keep
He
it this
baited-
hot in here all the time? Like you just got in here. How do you know?
He baited her, so I fumbling with his shirt. Like, every motherfucker know you can take off your shirt with one goddamn hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. He
like,
had a
what-
lot of laces.
What dude couldn't unbutton his
You
own
got
damn
buttons.
shirt?
He had
with one-
laces.
First off, you ain't had a hand in like 4 years. You got better with your left by this point in time.
Yeah.
Taking off your own damn shirt.
He can still fight. He can fight with the left.
Exactly. He couldn't take his own shirt off. No, he was looking for that help. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
He couldn't
Shout
even
out
get her
to
shirt
Jamie.
off.
Jamie
though.
still got a little game though now.
Yeah.
But like I said, Tyrion wingman though. He wingman the shit out of him.
He did. Tyrion is the ultimate wingman. Him and Davos, man. They the wingman, man.
Even though, and I do want to come back to that scene so we can kind
Mm-hmm.
of progress through, but I don't know. I don't buy that Jamie doesn't have feelings for her.
Oh, he definitely does. I think he definitely does.
Or that he even said goodbye. But we can come back.
That he
to
didn't
that.
say goodbye. I mean, he didn't say goodbye. He wasn't gonna say goodbye.
Right, he was burning out.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier about how I think we kind of cheated the character because we saw this whole journey of discovery, and then we get to it, he basically goes, but Cersei. You know, it's
No,
like
okay. So
he
are we
pisses
gonna
on
talk
me.
about it now?
Yeah,
or
go
we'll
ahead.
talk
Go
about
ahead.
it later?
We here now. Go ahead.
Okay, we may as well.
We'll fall back.
I did not interpret that scene between Brienne and Jaime as Jaime saying, "I'm gonna go back and be with Cersei." I took the whole thing of him saying, she's hateful and I'm hateful too, as him saying, I deserve to go back and die with her. Like, I don't think he's going back to help her. I don't think he's going back to, like, pledge his undying love for her. I think he knows she's about to die. I think during one episode, he said something about them dying together. So I think that's the reason he's going back. And he's letting Brienne know, like, I feel like this is what I deserve.
But that's interesting. I mean,
Like he said, I've done too much wrong. He said, I've done too much wrong.
Yeah, I hadn't considered that. So my perspective was based off the scene that happened previously, where Sansa says that the dragon's been killed. They had those weapons waiting for her, the gold company, and she makes a statement like, "I wanted to be there when they execute your sister. Now it looks like I won't get the chance." Mm-hmm. So, from my perspective, Cersei's actually in a better place strategically than we expected her to be when everyone left in the first place. So him all of a sudden having to change her heart, going, I need to be with her when she dies. It's like, well, you should have had that change of heart when 2 dragons were down there. You know what I'm saying? It's like now that's actually a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Now his strategy or his commitment to her may make a difference. Maybe he's a spy. Maybe he goes. And so that's why I thought. And then, so when he was telling the whole thing about how he pushed the little kid out the window and he choked his own cousin, excuse me, I thought he was saying, this is who I am, and I can't get. I'm addicted to Cersei.
Well, I thought like that whole scene made between when he's finding out from Brienne and Sansa's commentary. I took that as him learning more about Cersei's behavior in this war, because I agree, like he had to have thought or had a feeling that she was not going to win this war before all of this happened. But to know that the way she's handling this war, I think, is what made him go back to possibly kill her. Either because, or maybe he's going back because he knows her death is more imminent. But it seemed like his reaction was not to Sansa saying, I wish I would be there when your sister is, murdered or, killed or whatever. And more about, damn, I can't believe Cersei did this evil shit.
That's a good point. Wow.
Oh wow.
Definitely not what I. Don't worry about it. Anyway, do you think that looking at the way that she's going to be going forward with Cersei and Jaime, this period, so do you think there's inevitability that he's going to kill her, or you're saying he's going to die with her? So did that put Arya in the mix to kill both of them?
I don't know.
Or kill him and take his face to kill her?
I mean,
that would be crazy.
I know. I think we keep getting stuck on this whole idea
of
Arya taking somebody's face. I think we may have seen the end of that. I don't.
Arya killing the Night King may be the end of her road, like that she.
Not the end of her road, but the end of like any more surprise moves from Arya. Like we can't make this like the Arya show now. Right. But I do think that I see either Jaime, Dany, or Tyrion killing Cersei. I don't know if I put Sansa or Arya in that mixing. Maybe Jon.
I could see Dany killing Tyrion.
See, I think Dany's going to kill Varys.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. Definitely Varys.
Scott, yeah.
Definitely Varys. But Varys actually, in this last episode to me, he actually spoke the first time where I really I really believe he just wants everyone to be dope. Like he doesn't. At first, I thought he was just. Remember, he was at first. We just thought he was about a Targaryen sitting back on the throne.
No, I didn't think that. He said he's always been a protector of the realm, and if that means,
but I always feel like he said he was
about
a Targaryen being on the throne.
No, I always thought if that meant he had to bounce around his loyalty, he was going to do it. Like whoever he thinks is best going to protect the realm, that's who he's going to stand by.
I always felt he wanted a Targaryen on the throne.
I mean, he said that my loyalty
is
to the realm.
He said this one, but I'm saying in general in the past, I thought he was always about a Targaryen being back on the throne.
I think it would be ideal, but now that he sees that this Targaryen is a fucking nut, he's out.
Well, I think we saw that, but I don't think Varys has really. I mean, her not agreeing how best to take King's Landing, I don't think makes her a nut. I mean, she has listened to counsel previously
And lost.
Yeah, and lost. I mean, quite honestly, this whole thing about her wanting to kill Cersei or giving Cersei a way out, that's not the most unreasonable thing. I mean, hell, most of the people there were going to kill Jaime when he showed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It's not about killing Cersei. It's about her going and like burning down most of King's Landing to get to Cersei.
right, but
and
I mean,
like
she
murdering
said
a
she
bunch
walked
of
to the front
innocent
door
people.
and with a dragon fire.
No, I understand. And killing a bunch of innocent people. That's what everybody is taking issue with, not with her wanting to focus on Cersei.
Right, but I'm saying inevitably some innocent people are going to die. There's just collateral.
But there's a whole lot of innocent people that are gonna die, and that's what like they keep trying to say. And Varys said, like, I told you I would look you in the eye, and when I thought that you were doing something wrong, and tell you. And he's like, I'm telling you now. And the fact that she is like adamantly, going against that, I think that Varys is out now.
Right, but I think that makes him a sucker though, because it's like
Who, Varys?
Yeah, because
Why is that?
I get having a disagreement, but I don't think this is fundamentally such a big deal that because she hasn't done.
He
anything
does
yet.
though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
though.
But
She
I
hasn't
think
done
he
it.
saw the Mad King though, so
Mm-hmm.
he's getting those feelings
But the
because
Mad
he's seen
King
this
didn't-
story happen though.
Right,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. It's a different story. There's a siege on the city. There's no way to do a siege on the city and innocent people not die.
But he's thinking of the long game. Like once you murder all, like you come in with dragons blazing.
Those people not going to trust you that still
right? Yeah, you already have a shaky following of people.
Right, but I'm saying that the Unsullied, you don't have to say to the Unsullied, go in there and murder anybody you see.
But that's the only way you're gonna be able to attack that city the way it's fortified right now. Cersei even brought people in, from the towns to even
right. But
them
the front gates are open. I'm saying that the Unsullied come in there with their, I forgot what their formation is, with the shield formation, moving the crowds out. They'll be able to differentiate between peasants and Gold Company soldiers. The thing is that the King's Guard and the Gold Company soldiers are identifiable soldiers, people with actual weapons. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it would take a little bit more finagling, but I'm saying they act as if the only two options are Unsullied and Dothraki walk in and just start stabbing bodies until they get to Cersei, or using a more measured approach. Yes, it would. There is the potential that some innocents die, but I don't think it's an all or nothing thing. I don't think it's just what you burn everybody in King's Landing.
Yeah,
But that's how she feels though, right?
yeah,
now.
that's how she's feeling.
Says that. I'm saying, but you burn all the people, all the guards on the wall. Those are people in King's Landing. Help you take the city.
Those are Gold Company people.
Right, exactly. So I mean,
Yeah.
The thing that was crazy to me, they were saying that they had the same amount. Both of them had the same amount of troops now.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I was like, what?
Because he
That
said,
didn't
like,
make no sense.
yeah, when they're talking about the war strategy, Grey Worm says half the Unsullied are gone, and then whoever that was from Dothraki was like, yeah, half Dothraki. I'm like, what? Where the other half? I haven't seen them. I think I saw maybe 3.
I saw 4 run back with Jorah, like, and a dog.
but that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying a couple of episodes ago.
And some horses.
I got the impression that her army was like 120, 150,000 people strong.
So she was deep already.
She was super deep.
And
so,
she picked up everybody in Winterfell too.
exactly.
Well, when she went back to King's Landing, she had about 5 Unsullied and a dragon.
Well, no, that was because they only could get them on the boats. They have even more coming from with Jon and the Vale, and they got the Prince of Dorne pledged himself to them as well.
Yeah.
So you can go pick them troops up.
And I mean, from episode 3, visually they showed a whole bunch of people die so they could tell us a story. Then they basically walked it back.
And it said
Episode 4,
she had
Right.
a million people. She had a million
Exactly.
people.
Exactly.
I was like, how did they got equal? I thought they was going to go up against like insurmountable, odds. They talking about, we matched up even.
Yeah, I believe that had she taken King's Land.
You think she should take it first?
Yeah, she did. Well, I'm not saying she should have did it first because it turns out that the whites came up to. They only got there like a day ahead of time.
Yeah.
But I think had the White Walkers not existed and she taken King's Landing when she had the army, then they could have waited them out in like a month because they had just like 6 or 7 times the troops.
You should have just blockaded them, just
Right.
like the original plan of the blockade for the food was. So let's talk about
Yeah, can we go back?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
jumped
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
The pinky swear under the weirwood tree. I cannot say that word.
the werewood tree.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I mess up Caitlin all the time, but it's Catelyn. I know.
Yes.
I know it's Catelyn, but I just like to say Caitlin.
So I always have my what the fuck episode or scene in each episode, and this was the what the fuck scene
Okay.
for me. Okay. First of all, Bran is annoying to me. What is his purpose now? If you could warg into ravens and figure out what was going on with the Night King, why can't your ass be more helpful in this war? And it really annoyed me that during this scene, he's telling Jon, it's your choice to let Arya and Sansa know your true identity, when he was so hell-bent on Sam telling him, it's like he needs to know. So which one is it?
I think,
why did he need to know if at this point it's his choice of what to do with the information?
I mean, I think it's just like anything. It's like me telling you something about yours. It's up to you if you delve into anybody else. Now, I told you, and I need you to know.
But there's a difference between I need you to know because I need to get this off my chest and I think you deserve the information, and you need to know this because it could fundamentally change your life after this, or fundamentally change like the world after this. And then after that being like, well, it's your choice what you do with that.
Yeah, no, I kind of feel that though.
so busy.
And the only reason I think he told Sam is because Sam, he knew that Sam saw the information in the books already, that was already happening. Sam he already knew it was like that Sam could verify what he was saying. Like, no, dude, I already read about that this supposed to have happened. He's right.
No,
so it's basically he just used him as an extra testimony.
I thought it was gangster.
I'm
Like,
talking.
ain't my business to tell. You know?
Yeah, it's on you, yo.
But you, I don't know. Do you all understand what I'm saying? Like, so
No,
why
I get
was
what
it?
you're
Why
saying.
was it such like a key piece of information that he thought Jon needed to know that was like important to the overall story? That's the way the information was presented.
I think he wants him to know who we dealing with. Like,
Yeah.
look here.
He probably
Straight
wanted to
up.
stop him
Okay.
smashing his eye.
Yeah. that's
But no, he acts like
just
it-
a borderline point just in general. Like, yo, man, it's kind of nasty, man.
But he acts like it meant so much more to the overall like outcome for Westeros. Like, not just like Jon need to know he's smashing his aunt. Like,
Well,
it
I
seemed
think
like
it's-
it was a bigger purpose.
But I think it is a bigger purpose because the history's been messed up in all of Westeros about how that happened.
Right, so don't say, Jon, it's your choice to tell. Bran, you tell it your damn self. Like,
Well, no, it's not my business. Like, I
Right.
can't tell who your parents are. Like,
Right.
hey, man, check it out. No, like, dude, it's up to you. Now, if you want me to tell them, I'm gonna go and do my thing, and I'm gonna tell them.
it's still a what the fuck scene for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought that scene was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I was
like,
Except-
yo.
Nah, I hated that.
It annoyed me. I'm sorry.
Bran doing that, I was like, damn, that's what's up, Bran,
Yeah,
man.
Sansa annoyed me in that scene. And I know what they were going for. I know they wanted her to be more of a Littlefinger moment and her making moves in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the way they shot it, it didn't come off that way. It came off as a bratty little sister not getting her way, and you're saying kind of doing some hating and cock blocking stuff. Because, promise you don't say anything. How am I going to promise that if you want to tell me the secret is? Because we're family. Okay, I promise. Next scene. Hey, guess what I heard? You know what I'm saying?
Told Tyrion off the top.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like some little. It's like some bitchy little.
Tyrion was like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, I kind of knew that on the low. I don't know what it was.
Like,
But,
so that was the second thing. The second person I thought we
That
kind
was-
of.
I mean, the whole thing is
I lost a lot
stupid.
of respect for that episode.
The whole thing is stupid. How does Jon think either of them are going to be able to keep that a secret?
I bet
That's
you
a
that- I
pretty
bet you Arya
big
ain't telling
fucking
nobody.
secret.
Arya ain't told nobody. I guarantee you, Arya ain't telling nobody.
Because she knows somebody else is going to tell it. Like, if
Oh, it's what
Arya...
Sansa- you said 'cause
right,
Sansa
like,
gonna
she
tell
doesn't
it-
have to.
Because Sansa gonna tell it for me.
Or her weird brother. Like, somebody... too many other people...
it's
Enough
never
other
on me,
people
and it's
know
never
it.
on me, and it's never on
Yeah,
me.
like, if I have a key piece of information, it's like, Raven, please don't say anything, and I think it's important, and I'm like, well, so and
I
so
was-
knowing
I was-
she can't
I was
hold water
with-
anyway, then I'm not. It's not on. Then I don't have to worry about it. The
I'm
information
saying
will get out.
Sansa didn't want her business in the street about what happened with Ramsay and Littlefinger. She want her business in the streets. I'm saying I respect my privacy.
There's a difference between like having your business in the streets, like when it's just personal to you, and like something that
parents
can
is just-
change the rest of like.
His parents,
the world.
his lineage is personal to him. How does it get any less personal?
But
than
there's more of an
lineage?
impact that information can have on everybody else.
Only if I choose to tell you.
She's saying. I mean, your overall thing is telling Sansa is like telling all of Winterfell at this point.
Right.
Because
Like, why would you-
As soon as and then she remember she tried to act like she wasn't gonna tell him. Like, I mean, it's basically like
I don't think
it's like
she
it's like
even,
when you talk to your girl.
I wouldn't even
It's like when
trusted
you
that promise. It
No,
was
no,
like
no,
I
that's-
pinky
no,
swear you
Sansa's
cross your
thing was like
fingers
when you
behind
talk
your
to your
back.
girl, when you talk to your girl, and you be like, "What's wrong?" Like nothing. And you be like, "What's wrong?" All right, well then don't worry about it. Well, you know what happened was like that's how it was.
That's
Like
my
you know,
problem with it.
Yeah.
My problem with it is that their claim to power in the North is people swearing oaths and keeping up with those oaths.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she swears an oath that she won't tell and then breaks that, it's like, well, okay, well, we just do what the fuck we want to do here.
her
don't
cop
know,
out
but
can say
I-
that's my husband.
Well, no, I don't. Oh my goodness.
I
don't think it's necessarily
I think
inconsistent.
marital privilege applies in Westeros.
Well, and they never consummated
Spousal
it. So
privilege,
are they technically still married? They never consummated it.
No, they're not. Yeah, they didn't consummate it, and she married somebody else. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think that it's inconsistent with Sansa's character for her to tell Tyrion. because ultimately her goal is to protect her family and to do what she thinks is best for Winterfell. So
So you
fuck
think she did it as-
John's little secret.
You think that was about dissent, like creating dissent, like you know your girl foul.
I do. I slightly agree with Scott in that I don't think that Sansa telling Tyrion was very strategic. I think it was still an emotional reaction to having the information. But she also knew if I tell Tyrion something can be done with it,
And then he
that
told Varys.
that I'm not personally, overthrowing, Dany or betraying John by, doing something with this
I think
information.
Johnny come back and comb her head. Put my business in the streets.
Like,
That's how I think he combed their head.
Then
Like
he come back and be like, "Yo, I heard you was out here talking.
Right.
You told Tyrion, who told Varys, who tells everybody."
That was stupid. Now, I think
sucking
the
that tooth
dumbest
like-
person in that whole
was Tyrion.
telephone chain was Tyrion. Why the hell would you tell Varys?
Yeah.
Because now Varys like, "Oh,
Varys
really?
get every king killed. You know? Every king. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
you're right."
every king.
Since they
get
threw his
killed.
balls in the fire, man, he been
Right.
like, "Fuck this shit."
Right, he got
Oh,
slight
y'all
disagreement.
go-
Off of that king head. He got to go.
He gotta go.
Right.
Only time he got caught up was when Tyrion killed Tywin. He's like, "Oh shit, I didn't plan for this.
Right.
This ain't the way you're supposed to do it." I was trying to kill Tommen in a minute.
Right. Every king.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So what do y'all think about the Hound and Arya? Oh no, that's the Hound. Just demeanor at first. Then we'll talk about a Hound and Arya.
I like the Hound.
I really do too.
He's one of my favorite characters. He's so crass,
Yeah.
but he's consistent. Like he has a good arc, but his character is consistent at the same time. Like he's gonna say
He wasn't trying to
whatever.
get on no chicks. He was like, "Look here,
And his
man."
wisdom. Like he's crass, but he's also wise.
Yeah.
Like, he tells Gentry, like, he calls him a twat, but also goes, they're dead. We're not. What are you waiting on?
Right. Yeah. Oh wait, let's talk about that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Gendry's little proposal. I felt so sad for him.
He should know that wasn't gonna happen though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You ever heard a song about BBD? I thought it was me.
Man. I mean, plus she don't like me.
Like
either.
I'm just saying, though, man. It ain't about you, though, man. Look, it's a hard thing for a brother to swallow when they get to that point in their life and they realize that the BBD. I thought it was me. It wasn't you, though, man. She's like that all the time.
But hold up, the craziest part was she gets on her knees, she kisses him, she stands him back up and talks this whole stuff. You'll be a great lord. Anyone will be lucky to have you. That's just not me. And then she immediately goes back to shooting her bow and out. Like, you can start hearing
Right.
the bow and arrow hit.
Right.
It's like,
It was
yeah, that
me.
shit was over.
Right.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
wrap.
Thought
Yo.
it was him.
Like, yo, you can close the door on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some Chinese coming. Can you let them know? Buzz them up as they come in.
Yeah.
That's
Take
done.
out.
She wipes
Yeah.
her hands up.
I mean, I was feeling real bad about this for a while, but now I feel all good about everything.
I kissed him. I told him, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy to go.
Yeah. I felt sad for little Gendry.
Yeah, Gendry need to go ahead and be like, man, look here, man. Why don't you just come through whenever you want to come through?
Yeah. I was gonna say he should have presented that in a completely different way to her.
You go,
said,
you
"What's
go
up with
roam
the
the
beat?"
fields. You
Yeah.
come see your boy once a month.
What up
Yeah.
with the beat it up?
Yes, I'm saying once a month. You could be the lady, but you ain't gotta be my lady.
Right.
If that makes sense to you.
No, I see it the other way around. You can be my lady, but you ain't gotta be the lady.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm gonna have some other things,
I
some
left home
extracurricular
to be with my
situations
side
going on.
piece. That's
Just
what
because
he's
you
trying
out
to
here roaming all the fields, you think I'm gonna post up? No.
But can we
But you
talk?
could be the main one when you come in town. It's all about you though.
Did you see Podrick though in the back with them? He over there ear hustling. Podrick's in the back.
Oh, I didn't know he was in the back of that
Yeah.
scene.
He was standing against the wall.
Oh, I did
Yeah,
not know
Podrick
that.
was spitting that game in chick's ear. You know what I'm saying?
He had two of them. He had two of
He had
them,
one
too.
shorty, other one walk. He started whispering her
And
ear.
then he was like,
Where is Podrick getting all this extra food? Like he is gaining weight every single episode. Like
He feeding his hoes, bringing him food.
that's what I'm saying, though, man.
Like,
Look, the streets know about Podrick's dick.
They
They
call
got
him
out
Sweet
there,
Dick
it's
Willie.
all- Yeah, exactly. That's what we need to call you, Sweet Dick Willie.
it's funny. Somebody
You have the whorehouse and King's Landing know about you. That spreads.
Somebody, I was listening to another podcast, and it was another host theorized that Podrick is a virgin too, because during that drinking game,
He sang a song.
Well, no, when during the drinking game when Tyrion said you're a virgin, he drank. I think he was just drinking out of awkwardness, but I thought it was interesting. But when in one of those whorehouses, the whores didn't pay him, and like they were speculating because the dick was so good,
Yeah.
like. And some people were like, well, maybe he never had sex with him. He just sang some songs, and that's the reason.
No, that's a good point.
That's a good point.
That's
Yeah,
dang, so-
sorry, just to talk we're talking about whorehouses. Remember earlier in the season when Bronn is in there with the three chicks, and they're talking that shit, and then Qyburn walks in and goes, "Oh, sorry thing, she'll be dead in a year." with the
Oh,
venereal
yeah.
disease. And he goes, which one?
So I had my penis in one of them already.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, let's talk about that. Let's
Yeah,
we talking
Bronn.
about Bronn.
Jeez.
Bronn coming to see Jamie and Tyrion.
Oh, that was gangster.
Ain't no way they gonna let him have High Garden.
That was a G move.
But talking about Bronn, like you promised me double. I got River Run already. If I kill both of y'all, what you
don't-
got?
He walked in the motherfucking room, drawing down on the cat, slapped shit out of Tyrion.
And the best part, they didn't even know they was getting drawn on.
Exactly.
They sitting there laughing like,
Right.
what
Yeah.
you doing
Oh,
here?
you thought this was a game?
They was like, they finna pour him up, wine and everything. They
Yeah.
finna pour him up. Like, what you want to pour
Oh,
up?
you thought this was a game?
No.
Then Jamie
the-
tried to raise up. He ain't gonna do a bow. He said,
He said, and your sister sent me, motherfucker.
Right.
Like,
What is his plan though? Like, because there is no way in the world if Tyrion and Jamie, and well, now she knows that he didn't kill Tyrion. So what makes him think that
I think
Cersei
he's
is
gonna hide
gonna?
out.
But no, I'm saying like, what if Tyrion and Jamie both die? Like he's given up his claim to River Run now because Cersei's not gonna. She's like, you didn't fulfill what you said you were gonna do. Like, I'm not doing shit
He could
for
say
you.
I missed them. He could have said it. He could say anything if they both die. He could have said I missed out on them. You know.
I was waiting to see if the White Walkers
You
kill
know,
him.
I
You
got
think Cersei's gonna forgive that?
No, I just go to my castle I originally supposed to have had. Originally, like I just fall back to the
Right.
third position that I had before. You know, the other castle y'all promised me back when.
I'm
Because you
just-
know why? Because who they gonna send after him?
Yeah, I understand.
Exactly. That's
Who they gonna
true.
send after
Who can you send after the
Right.
Terminator?
Yeah. It's like the only people,
T-2000.
the only three people still alive that would be a fight for Bronn would be Grey Worm, the Mountain, the Hound,
And Brienne.
yeah, Brienne and
Arya.
Arya. Yeah. Like, those
Everybody
people-
else is done.
Right, and I'm not saying all of them can actually necessarily beat him, but I'm saying that nobody else in the show
Yeah,
wants to
it's
see
gonna
him.
come after him.
Yeah.
Right.
Cersei doesn't have anybody in King's
No,
Landing that's
I'm
gonna
just,
go after him.
I'm just wondering what's going on in his mind though. Like what?
His mind is he's trying to get paid without doing no work.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
I think he had a feeling, and he knew that they would do that, so he knew he didn't have to kill them.
Yeah.
I think a part of me is thinking like they do win and Tyrion's still alive, he'd be like, don't even worry about it.
don't
Like
think
I just
he's
needed that as a cop out. Like I didn't want to do it in the first place,
Yeah.
and I had to come like that to because like just in case y'all run up in there and be like, man, Bronn was finna kill us, you know.
I'm saying, think about this. There are we people.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot kill me and end up with a mansion, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't
Yeah.
gotta shoot your peoples, and you also get paid off of it. Like, that's a
And I get
win-win.
a
Like,
mansion, yeah.
I agree with that.
And High Garden is like that's what you know what the mines are.
What
Well,
the
you know what?
houses?
Well, you know what? It actually is smart for them to say that. They know that Castle Rock is not worth shit no more though.
Yeah.
He don't know that though. Remember those gold mines aren't popping no more. They know that
right.
because that's why the Rome is out of money. Is because the gold mines from Castle Rock in High Garden aren't working anymore. But
Well,
he
High
don't
Garden-
know that.
I thought High Garden was the.
It's
Wait,
this area
Tyrells?
around
Tyrells.
Castle Rock. No,
Yeah.
it's land around. I thought it was the land around
High
Castle
Garden
Rock.
is where the Tyrells
It's the
were.
Tyrells, and I thought they also mined the Tyrells joint to extinction. Them gold mines.
But I know the gold is gone in all of
Yeah.
Westeros. I know that. So I think that land is not worth what they think it is.
They out there kiting bad checks out here.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's why he was so willing to give it up so fast.
I don't think. I think getting killed was the reason to give it up. I mean,
Oh, you
say
said
you
it's
say
like somebody got a strap on you.
Exactly.
Like, go and take my car.
exactly. And fuck everything in my car. You put a burn out.
It is a Tyrell. It is a Tyrells. I'm wrong. You are right. It is a Tyrells. It is High Garden. But that's still. I mean, it's a nice fertile area.
Yes, finally got some lands. Ain't nobody.
Yeah.
Ain't no heirs there. Who the hell gonna know?
Yeah.
And she because Brian said it. He said, "Look, when I saw those dragons, I knew she was dead." So he said, he's like, "Well, look, I think she's gonna lose anyway." So this is a way for him to trade up and go to what he believes to be the winning side.
Yeah, because he said no. Because remember he said I already saw them dragons, yo. I didn't need to get a better deal in general because I already know what's from the crackle down there in a minute.
Right.
So where is Brian just say I'm just gonna go to High Garden and go collect my funds and wait outside the gates like I'm just gonna wait to collect.
All right, he gonna post at the whorehouse for a couple.
That's
of
what I'm
weeks.
saying. And just,
All right. And all of a sudden, if they win, he'll knock on the door. So the end of the month, the rent's
Is it
due.
due?
You don't have to
They
worry
call
about
me
catching no dog. Don't worry about dog catching your ass.
this whole time the landlord has been here.
Right.
I was looking at my land, seeing what was going on.
All right. Let's talk about before we move on to the start of the war.
Yeah.
So did we see some final farewells here with Sam?
I think Tormund's not coming back.
Okay, I could see Tormund's story ending, or maybe not, because when he said bye to John said something like, "Is this gonna be the last time?" He's like, "You never know." So I mean, I guess there is.
And he told him like, "Yo, you know you want to be in the North. You know you
Yeah.
want to come up to live in that Castle Black."
Yeah.
Which is kind of dope that the Wildlands are going to take over Castle Black and
Yeah.
kind of use that as they really wanted to beat. Remember, that's their whole goal was to get there in general. So it's kind of dope that they earned their way to get that land.
The Wildlings had a pretty good story.
Yeah, they came up.
Yeah, they did. But what about Sam?
Sam finna go back to Old Town.
I mean,
come back in and be like, y'all know what it is. Get down and lay down.
I knew Gilly was pregnant.
Yeah, she was pregnant in real life though.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was because she was pregnant in real life.
Yeah, she is in real life. So they had to write it in the script though. Maybe
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know. I didn't know she was pregnant in real life. But yeah. So have we seen the last of him?
I hope so.
No, we're gonna see him because he's gonna be doing the history.
Yeah,
he's gonna be writing the history.
Yeah.
He's gonna be.
This
They
is the
probably
last
gonna
we see
do.
him to the last scene.
Yeah, they're gonna see.
I can see him being like
a
a scrivener or something
Right.
like that. But I think his
like his story
meaningful
Right.
scenes
Because
are
he had
done.
so much bitch in his heart when they fought those White Walkers.
Yeah.
Oh man, his bitch was so.
Man, it was embarrassing.
You
He
got
was laying on the ground crying. Like I'm like, is this like a World War Z situation where
I'm
they're
saying-
not gonna bother him because they
because
that
he's
he-
crying.
The
they don't
actor-
see him as a threat.
That actor should be embarrassed that his people saw him on that show crying like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I ain't talking about Sam.
Damn,
I want
his-
the actor that
see,
plays
his-
Sam.
He is. I think he's great. I like.
That's
him.
like that was the equivalent of getting dunked on by Shaq or
What
Jordan.
is his
you
name?
know
His
what I'm
name is John something.
saying? Yeah, John Sucker Bitchheart.
Oh my god.
Um,
What about? I mean, Ghost. I think is out. I was really hoping that Ghost would have more of a storyline because that might mean Nymeria has more of a
I think
storyline.
Nymeeria's will come back because they're traveling back to King's Landing.
Okay.
They got to go through the area that her and her
Yeah.
pack are running wild through.
So maybe Arya and the Hound will come upon her.
If we see Nymeria again, Sansa's gonna wind up marrying Gentry.
Woo.
Who's gonna marry?
If we
what?
see Nymeria again, Arya's gonna marry Gentry.
You think so?
Yeah, because if we see her again,
They
then
said that-
she's gonna change because she gave the same thing to Nymeria about that's not you. So we see her again and she converts her. Then she's gonna have changed back to who she was originally or who she was destined to
That's
be.
actually
That's on a parallel.
That's actually a good epilogue on like
Right.
the last episode, her coming back from King's Landing for whatever happens,
Yeah.
and seeing Nymeria, and then having that change of heart.
Yeah,
That's
same thing.
interesting.
Same thing. We see Ghost again. We'll see Ghost again when John gives up his claim to the throne to take the Black or something, and goes rummages in the forest. Because every one of the Stark dire wolves, they in the story, they met the same kind of end. So Brandon Stark died when he became the Three-Eyed Raven, which is when his dire wolf died. Raycon, what's his name?
Rickon.
Rickon's one died off screen. No one cared, just like he did.
He died on screen, but yeah.
Lady died traumatically, which basically killed the Ladybird portion of Sansa. Right, and so then there was
And
the
her
whole
innocence,
match.
basically.
Exactly, her innocence died. So,
And
so
then Rob's was beheaded.
Yeah.
Like him.
Yeah.
But they said they have a psychic connection to all their dire wolves.
Yeah.
well, that's
That's why
in the
they
books,
said that
not in
he
the show.
didn't
Is it?
That's I mean, this I guess is in. That's why they were saying that he just kind of gave Ghost a head nod instead of like coming over and hug him and stuff. Like, you know what I gotta do. Go out there and kick it, man. And,
I did want him to at least go pet him on the head or something. Jeez.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. That is that was the least emotional I've ever seen a European be with the dog. like that was. I wasn't.
Europeans in
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like
God.
somebody of European ancestry. Like I've never seen them be so
Damn.
disjoined from their dogs.
All right, let's get to this battle, man.
Ooh-wee.
So first we have the one in Dragonstone, which was ill. I mean, I remember I said last week I thought they would go to try to go to Dragonstone.
Yeah.
But I thought about it. I was like, man, it's kind of dumb. Because you got to go around King's Landing at some point and then go down. They could trap you. Why nobody was sitting out there scouting?
Why didn't Bran send the Ravens to check it out? Like, I'm so irritated by him.
My part of it is I wonder if Bran don't want Daenerys on the throne either, though.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's why I want to know, like, is it just like the writing, or is it because he's also being the Thanos of Westeros?
yeah, like he's just like, oh man, I don't like her.
I don't know. It's a good question, man. I got a lot of questions about
Yeah,
it.
go to the battle scene. I mean, then we lose a
First,
dragon.
first thing is, how the hell does Euron make that spot on 3 shots on the dragon on the choppy ass ocean? Have you ever tried to walk to the bathroom on a boat?
Yeah.
You talking about shooting? You start shooting a spear at a
and
flying dragon?
3 of them.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way he hits those shots. Not even once.
Why
Not
are
3
you even
times.
taking those dragons out? Everybody had already been through battles for so long. You supposed to let everybody get the game they strength,
Exactly.
let your dragons get
Yeah.
themselves together. And then my thing is, why at some point aren't we not making some armor for them?
Yeah, and
Yes,
you
oh
already
my
lost
gosh.
you already lost the dragon to a spear you didn't see coming. You didn't have your head in the swivel.
And you knew that Cersei was making these weapons.
Exactly.
You
And
knew
you
she
had
had
to go around
one.
King's Landing. Like it's not
Exactly.
like you're not going past
Yeah,
it.
And
that was silly.
You're on dragons. Why'd I just take the long way around, fly behind the
And-
ships,
and why you
and
gotta
burn
go-
them?
let's go through the regular land.
Well, no, but I'm just saying that, like, really, like, even when Euron's shooting those blades at her, Dany flies away off into the sunset. But I'm saying she banks a hard right. Those ships on that ocean don't have that same level of maneuverability as that dragon does. She could have flew right
back
behind
around,
her.
yeah.
Those joints don't swivel on 360.
No, they do. They did.
There's no.
They
But I'm
did.
saying there's
They do
no.
swivel though.
But I'm saying there's no way they could get those.
Oh, you
those-
said turn all the way around.
Yeah, all the way around.
Oh, I see.
She just flew right behind them and approached them from behind. It would have took her 3 or 4 minutes to get behind them. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have been able to turn around. And just logistically, there's too many of those fucking things. They got them on all the walls, all the ships. Heck, those big ass pikes. Who the fuck is loading those things? How many do you put on the ship? Who carries the fucking pikes? How long does it take to reload it?
Yeah.
Like, have you seen people try to reload a fucking musket? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it
that
takes
big ass.
forever.
Exactly. What the fuck? Like,
You gotta rip off the thing.
Yeah, like, what the fuck,
On
man?
this side.
it's
I
just.
already got shot.
It was
3
just
times.
it was just a way it was just a way it made no sense for them to have that level of technology and that level
But my
of,
thing is, why at some point did they don't put some armor on these dragons?
they should
Right. Yeah.
Like,
That was just silly.
just why don't we just like, yo, you know, hey Gendry,
Right.
Hey, real quick, man. I know you. We just made you over the storm run. Can you go ahead and fit out my boys real quick?
Right.
You ain't got to put it on them.
right yeah you can do
I'll
that.
measure it for you because I know they don't fuck with a lot of y'all in general. But I'll measure it out and we'll get it going.
No, you're right. It was a great question.
Yeah.
At least some leather. One of those John.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a little leather joint. It ain't got had maybe he still would have got killed, but at least would have maybe pierced off of them or won't hit as much. And then they can maneuver and get away.
Some Valerian Kevlar
Yeah,
or something, you know what I'm
something
saying?
like that.
Something like that. One of those John Snow furs or something. It's just something to build that impact.
John don't need his fur no more.
Right.
Man, that made me mad. I was like, come
I
on,
know.
man.
I know. He just got his strength back up.
And
I
how
felt
did
so
they
bad
get
for him.
Missandei though? Like I'm trying to think.
That makes no sense to me either.
So
I didn't
was trying
understand
to,
like with the ships being wrecked. Did she like float all the way over?
Well,
to the
I
other
was
side?
wondering because he told her to go down to the
Skiff.
skiff, so I didn't know if it was because of like where she was when they attacked the boat. Like maybe she was the one that couldn't
But
swim.
they both was
I don't
all the way
know.
over here. They were all the way over in this part of the wharf.
But she couldn't have been in the water because you saw her hair game. She still had her curls
She
in.
was at them curls.
All right,
She
you know
got
what?
a wash and go.
What? But what she didn't do is wash and go when she was locked up. She
The
didn't have,
watch go was gone though. She
Hey.
was locked up in that
So
dungeon.
you-
And they seemed like they put some hands on her a little bit too. She
Yeah,
was all-
kind of touched up.
Yeah, they touched up a little bit.
touched it up.
They like, I
Little
heard your
bit
man
of
ain't got no
tune-up.
dick. I
Yeah.
do.
A little bit of a tune-up. Check the oil. Check the
Check
engine light.
the oil.
Look, rotate the tires.
I mean, seriously, how did they capture her for real though? Like, that made no sense to me. Like, they didn't show her like maybe washing up on shore and they standing there. She just caught.
Well, that's the
We're
thing.
just
is,
accepting.
I think it was a bad. They did a bad job editing this episode.
Well,
Yeah. So they,
as shown by the Starbucks cup
Yeah.
in
Right.
the scene. Danny.
Yeah, so
Somebody
what
got
they
fired
probably
for that,
did.
right?
They probably did is, and this is giving way too much credit. I don't like doing this, but they probably said they put her on the skiff. Ships are destroyed. She's on the skiff. Euron sees destroyed ships and sees the skiff. And let's be honest, there's only 2 black people. So
Right.
No,
he goes,
no. We got the nation. The whole nation is blind.
right. But I'm saying on that ship, on that skiff, there wouldn't have been
But I'm saying, but it could have been anybody else that was in Unsullied.
not black. But right, we're not black women.
Oh, but yeah. And then
So
she
on that
keep doing it,
skiff, yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, it's got to be her.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm sure everyone would know that she means something to Danny. But I just think they edited all that out. But that's the only thing that really makes sense.
Did y'all think that it was a way that she was gonna survive this?
Nah.
No, I knew she was gone.
As soon as they saw her captured, or when they
Yeah.
put her up on the top thing?
No, as soon as I saw her captured, I knew that she was
There's no way.
gone.
There's no way.
Yeah, I,
No.
actually, when
I
I,
think
thought,
she probably knew. She seemed like she knew too.
Yeah.
see, I thought it was the Dornish chick at first.
I did too. I thought it was
I thought it was
Oh, you talking about
Illyria Sand.
Yeah.
Whatever her name.
I thought it was a Dornish chick at first because she had also had pledged ties to Danny, So I thought that's what they were going to show.
No, the Prince did.
Yeah.
The new Dornish Prince.
Right.
You saying in general?
Right, but
Like,
I'm saying, but before that.
Yeah, because they had that count
Exactly.
the original council.
So that's why I thought they were going to bring out the Dornish chick.
Oh, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh man. So what? I mean, so when she was standing up there and she said, like, so y'all was what was Tyrion doing at that point?
Yeah, that was such a
I don't know
speech.
what Tyrion, like, really what he thought. So
what did Euron say though? What do you think? Y'all see them things with Euron? Those little
my
memes with
God.
Euron where Tyrion said, "And I know you're pregnant," and he was
yeah,
like,
Right.
it's like
But he
he's
was
just out
like-
here yelling out all her business in the streets, like in front of like everybody.
"How does he know this?"
I see. That's what I was looking at Euron's face when he said that. I was like, "Is Euron supposed to?" Because he's how was he? No, because he just found out yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
you just hit 2 weeks
Right.
ago. Like,
Right. Yeah.
how does he know already?
Yeah,
Then
I
he
think
was
that's
like-
gonna come up in the next episode.
Oh, Jamie's gonna be like, oh, you know, we got this. You know, paternity test Tuesday is coming up.
He's the king slayer
We
and
can go ahead
the queen
and
slayer.
make this happen, player.
He's the king and queen slayer.
Ooh, that'd be actually great. A great path for him. So when Missandei that was actually crazy the way they cut her head off. Though.
I wish
It
she
reminded me
had.
of Ned.
If she knew she was gonna go out, I wish she had just like grabbed Cersei and jumped off that thing. I don't know if it was high enough to
Would've been
die,
gangster.
but I just wish.
See, that's what I thought
that's what
Cersei was going to do. I thought Cersei was going to push her. I didn't think.
Yeah.
I thought Cersei was gonna kick her in the
Yeah,
back or something like, and
exactly.
then push her off.
Yeah.
That's what I thought
300
Cersei-
style.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was the mom was gonna come through with the knife.
Right.
But you know, Cersei don't like doing her own dirty work for real unless she got to.
No.
Have we seen Cersei kill anybody?
I don't think so. I was about to say Cersei is not
She
physically
killed
anybody.
the sand girl. She kissed her in the mouth
Oh.
with that
Yeah,
poison.
not with her hands though.
No.
Yeah, and I was trying to go through my mind. I'm like, is this the first time we've seen a woman like beheaded on this show? Like it was.
I mean, we saw Robb Stark's wife get
Yeah.
stabbed in her belly.
Yes,
Yeah.
like
Which is
that
pretty
was
fucking-
that was intense too. That was rough.
And
Catelyn's throat gets slashed. So I mean, I know this is not the first one
But
we've
he
seen
said- she said
die,
beheaded,
but
though.
beheaded, like that's, whew, I don't know, something about that is just.
Because my thing is,
vicious.
some point the King's Landing people would know, like, yo, this army out here saved us from the White Walkers. It ain't all good in the hood over here.
Man,
Or they stopping information from coming in.
them motherfuckers. The second they saw some dragons flying around, it was a wrap.
You
It's a
saying that
wrap.
they already saying like, oh, they the enemy off the top.
Okay, let's say this. Let's say this. Say somebody come over to your spot and a couple cats got some 9mm shotguns. Some other cats got AR-15s and AKs. Same number of people. You be like, yo, these ARs and AKs won. like they won. Like we even got to shoot. Like I'm coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Like, can y'all meet me at the back door? It's a back door around the back, around the
dragons.
ocean.
Dragons are fucking nuclear weapons. Like, that's
Well,
true.
2 of them have already been taken out. So
Which dog
I
can
mean,
have babies though?
Yeah,
Drogon
Drogon can
can-
change sex and have babies.
Well,
now if they do that
if
shit in the
those
last 2
babies are
episodes-
not going to be
No,
having
growing up
anything
soon,
or
yeah.
growing up in time to fight this war.
Or you could look at it the end of the age of the dragons period. If that one dies and Dany dies, then you could say the Targaryen regime is over.
I mean, John.
But John is not. Maybe John is like, I ain't trying to deal with none of this shit.
Now, I do have a question for you. Because Martin did an interview, and they talked about how Beric was like a White Walker.
Yeah, he was like a
brought
white.
back.
Yeah, he was a white.
Right.
And
so,
John.
John is too.
but that's the thing. So Martin says that Beric's heart didn't beat. He was just warm and kept his memories, but he was reanimated.
Yeah.
So if John died and he was brought back by the Lord of Light,
Yeah.
does that mean that he's
I don't
a
think
white?
his heart beats.
So that means that he can't have kids, and he can't do any of the other stuff. So
Yeah, because he's white. He's technically a white.
yeah. So
But
I'm
they
off
said that-
the
but-
theory that Dany is pregnant now.
Yeah, I'm definitely off. And then they said that a lot of people believe that Bran is the Azor Ahai because they were saying that the opposite, everything that the Night King can do, he can bring the dead back to life. They were saying that he can do the opposite. He can keep the alive living.
So I thought Bran was the emissary of the Lord of Light.
Right, but I'm saying, but they saying that he has the same powers as him. So like everything that he could bring the dead back to life, he can keep the alive living.
Oh, and that's why.
Oh, yeah.
You saying Bran brought back John?
Right,
Not-
right. I
okay.
can keep that alive. He like the
Okay.
people that up under him, the red
Right.
guy, keep the alive living. They have the opposite. Yeah, They keep the alive living, and he can keep bringing the dead back to life. He can keep the alive living.
Okay. All right.
So I just wonder if we're gonna have to see, because Bran ain't coming down to King's Landing. He
No.
Yeah, you know how long it taking
He's gonna have to-
wheelchair down that motherfucker?
no, he already at home. No, he finna make that tree though. That's like, yo, this is where this is my
Well,
spot.
he
Man.
needs to work into something and be useful.
Brand like one of those motherfuckers used to travel out for a living, and then like, can't get him to go no place. He got dragged around the north for like 6 years.
And he don't want to do nothing.
Like, he don't want
Like,
to
man, I don't want to go to Chicago, man. I ain't going to Chicago, man.
He ain't doing no more.
Man, I had to
traveling.
go. I went to Milwaukee,
Right.
Cleveland, and Cincinnati in 5 days.
Right.
I ain't going
He
nowhere.
had that. What was Shorty's name? Had to drag him back from the other 3-hour waving spot.
Oh, you
back
talking
to the
about
Mirror?
Mirror.
Yeah, that was a terrible ride.
Yes. And he just posted.
Cause you know what? You know one thing we're gonna talk about.
Mm-hmm.
At least one time he had to pee and shit. She had to wipe his ass.
Damn.
Think
He
about
can
that.
use his hands. Why would she need to do that?
How is he gonna squat?
Maybe they just put him in the
No,
snow.
she just
I
hold
don't
him up.
know.
Maybe she,
How
you
is he
said so
gonna
she just
squat?
hold him up from his back, like, go do your
She
thing.
had him on a sled,
Yeah.
right? So I'm saying, how would he take a shit?
He maybe just did
Maybe
it in
they
his
just
pants.
cut a hole
Maybe
in
he got a little.
The
And maybe
wagon.
she wiped him. Maybe she wiped him.
But I'm saying, but look, maybe he's got like the little, like the medieval Depends on. And like,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
when he got there, they was like, yo, who finna wash this motherfucker though, man? He ain't been washing it like 2
I
months.
know that was after Hodor too, because I think Hodor was put him in the squat position,
Yeah.
letting him pinch. You know, Hodor's a little slow, so it didn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he ain't got no, he ain't got no pride.
Hodor is not slow. That's what we're defending here. Hodor
I
is
didn't
not
say
slow.
anything.
I'm saying, like, we could all agree that Hodor's slow. And, like,
I didn't say
like,
anything.
he only said Hodor. That's all he said all the time. This is his answer to everything. Hodor. I mean, like, that's slow.
I know he was slow, Scott. He was slow.
So I mean, Bran's got to come up with something though, with some point.
yeah, he needs to serve some purpose
I mean,
other than sit in a chair being
do
weird.
y'all think that there's an opportunity for Dario to come back?
I do. I
hope
do.
They were thinking that he was coming. He was going to be in the Gold Company.
I don't know how he would have gotten there, but
No, but he's a sales swordsman.
Yeah, but he got a whole city.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, look,
I don't know.
Why go to work when you can run a city of your own?
that's true.
yeah.
That's true. Then he was like, "Man, I heard that dude Jord, that hater Jord died."
That cock block.
that hater,
That old cock
that
block.
hater. Because look, you know, he think it was Jord that hated. He don't know that it was Tyrion that hated.
Right.
He think it's Jord. He's like, it's that motherfucker you go out with all the time, hanging out with, right?
Oh, you just want to meet you with drinks.
Look, your
You just want
friend.
a happy hour, right?
Your friend.
Oh, yeah?
You was gonna get drinks with
He
Jord.
ain't got nothing better to do. Why y'all up in your face all the time?
Oh, and you was all loving on me. Now all of a sudden, I can't go to Westeros too. Oh, word. Okay. We
What
doing
part of the
that?
game is that?
We doing that now. All right.
So one of my favorite things to watch after the episode is Leslie Jones's
Yes,
recap.
now you put me on that.
Oh, she is so funny. And so she goes back through and she rewatches the episode and gives her hilarious commentary. And there was actually an analogy she made that I loved. And she was like, Danny is acting like Sonny. She need to act more like Michael Corleone. You act like Sonny and respond emotionally. That's how you get shot up in the toll booth. And that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, because Sonny did run off. Dang. Is she? She could? Yeah, she is Sonny. It sounds like Michael Corleone then?
John definitely is not.
He ain't Fredo.
I don't know if we can make these. parallels.
John is Fredo.
No, I say John's not Fredo.
Oh,
Like, no, Fredo. I haven't seen no Fredo. I mean, what? Sam?
No, nobody.
I can fight.
Littlefinger was Fredo.
No one's Fredo in the show.
Yeah, Fredo.
Hodor would be Fredo.
Damn, you saying Fredo's that bad?
Oh, yeah, right.
No,
I'm smart. I'm not like dumb.
I'm
Like,
not
what
just
said?
dumb. I
I'm
know
the older
things.
brother.
I know
Yeah, I
things.
want respect. Send Fredo off to do this. Send Fredo off to do that. Send Fredo off to run some Mickey Mouse nightclub. I know the Godfather extensively.
Yes.
Like, I can,
Yes.
I can do it the rest of the day.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, no, I definitely think Danny could be the Sonny.
Wow. That's a good one.
No, that was definitely a sunny moment. She looked around the room, seeing everybody. They're back in.
But Sonny, people love Sonny, though. Sonny was the man. Yeah, they did. Cats rolled for Sonny.
Nah, player. Nah.
did ride for
Sonny
Sonny.
was a hothead.
He was.
And people were
but,
afraid of Sonny.
but he also was loyal to his men that was down with him, too.
Nah, player.
In the book, he was. They were down. In the book, they were very loyal to Sonny in the book.
Nah. They was loyal to the position, not to the man.
That's not the way I read it in the.
In the book, they was loyal to the position, not the man. Now, one thing
sounds very similar to
now, Sonny, just like Danny, had his whole game right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like her side piece game. I mean, she got all kind of cats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Friend zone, love zone.
Yeah.
That's how Sonny rolled too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sonny
But
kept the stable.
He didn't have the only true blue friend Sonny had was Tom Hagen.
Yeah.
That was his only boy.
But they grew up together though.
Right,
When
that
dad
was his
adopted
boy.
him. Yeah.
Exactly, that was his boy. Everybody else was just down for the position. So Danny only got like one maybe two friends. Misandry or whatever. Not Sicilian, but she became part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Like so I can see that parallel. I can see that parallel.
I like
So predictions for next week. What do
Oh
y'all
my
think?
gosh!
Jesus.
Next week is going to be full of death. So I'm not so pissed off anymore that more people didn't die in episode 3.
Because now you can see the path to more people dying.
Yeah. I mean, I think Cersei's gonna die in the next episode. Either I don't see the Hound defeating the Mountain. Unfortunately, I could see him getting killed and then Arya coming in and finishing it off. So I see the Mountain dying. I also see the Hound.
So
dying.
Arya's literally going to be the MVP.
But we are in agreement that Game Bowl happens next week.
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you look at there's captions when you look at not captions when you see the preview. There's a shadow walking behind the Gold Company with a hood on. Walk into King's Landing behind them as they're walking out. He's like walking right behind them.
Probably
and walking out.
Jamie, because that's how he came
everybody
into
thinks it's Jamie.
Winterfell.
Everybody thinks it's Jamie.
Yeah.
Like
He put
oh,
the same cloak back on.
Yeah, and look, and I know all the back end
Jedi
roads.
robe.
Oh, I know
The
all the
Jedi
roads.
robe.
Yeah, but I know all the roads. Dude, I was on the King's Guard. I know all the back end underground pathways to get up in here. I can get in here anytime I want to.
Yeah.
Actually, think about that though. So I mean, so Jamie was smashing his sister when she was married to Robert Baratheon, but he was also the captain of the King's Guard.
He was smashing her before that too.
But I'm saying he also was sneaking in the side pieces that Robert Baratheon was smashing
through the
to
tunnel
cheat on
and
his
stuff.
sister.
Yeah.
That's all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah. But he was looking at it probably like, if I keep him occupied, I always got hurt myself. As long as I keep his hoes coming in, I'm good.
His sister's so gross.
I know. But I'm just saying.
So gross.
No, I'm just saying.
Why isn't her hair growing back? That is bothering me.
I think she cutting it.
Right.
Oh, she's rocking it. Okay.
I know she got those pregnant hormones. She probably get hot.
I don't think she's pregnant now though.
You know,
She looked to be showing.
I don't think she's pregnant anymore. I think that's just a plot device for her in general. How like back in high school, girl be like, I'm pregnant.
She has the worst
I'm
poker
pregnant. I'm
face,
pregnant with your
too.
kids.
She's like telling him she's pregnant. He's touching her, and she looks like she's about to throw up at the same time. Like, you better pretend.
That's
you
how
like this
much
man.
she
He
wants
wanna be
this
your baby
Iron
daddy.
Throne. That's how much she wants this Iron Throne. That she willing to have this dude. But the dude you're running the books though. That dude had blue hair. I wish they would have had him wild out because he has blue hair. He's got like braided beard. And
he's like a
blue.
vampire in the book.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't make
describe
him
like a
look as
vampire.
like. I needed him to look like decrepit though. For like I mean, he don't look that bad though. You just don't like him as a person. But I needed him to be.
No, he's not
visually
bad
being
looking.
Fucked up.
He's like a frat boy.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
like a
one
frat
of the
boy on
bad frats, like
steroids.
one of like
Yeah.
them Confederate frats that they had.
Yeah.
What was it? What's the one that
All of them.
No, it's one specifically that was started with like Robert. No, it's one of them that Robert E. Lee and them started.
Yeah, all of them.
Who's
Yeah.
members of?
God.
I forgot the name of it though.
I don't
Like,
know.
They the one that got caught saying nigga on the bus in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Why are we giving shouts out to them?
Shout out to them. Shout out to Robert E. Lee and that organization.
Yeah, I hope y'all burn in hell.
Exactly. So my prediction next week is, I think that she's gonna have Tyrion killed for
She
insubordination.
who? Danny?
Danny is.
I see Varys dying too.
Yeah.
Then.
I think both of them could die next week.
I don't think Tyrion's
Not
dying.
both of them. There's
Even
no
though I love
scenario.
Tyrion, I
They
can see
both die.
Danny being like,
So, wait, so are you letting go of your theory of Tyrion
Well, just
sitting on the
because-
throne swinging his legs?
I know, man. Look, I want that to see that so bad. I want to see him with the little kickstand area, like a little stool that he
Right.
slide up there and be like, God damn, I've been waiting for this shit. Let me slide on up here.
But no, that's my
Kick my feet.
thing.
And then he kicked the stool for his feet can swing because that's a part of his whole gangster. His feet swinging.
Varys dies because I think Tyrion gonna drop dime on him.
Oh, I was thinking that she's going to say like, well, both y'all roll together, fuck both of y'all. Like, how you drop down with somebody.
Tyrion it's gonna be just like on Belly. You know what I'm saying? He'll
Still
eat
haven't seen it.
He's gonna be eating that banana. Talking about, I like that shit. Like that shit one bit. It was just like that.
I was thinking that she was gonna kill Tyrion because, dude, like every time we deal with your sister, you fuck up. every time I let you go out there and do this, I could just blaze
But
with my dragon.
he didn't fuck up with his sister.
But I could see her thinking that like you went up there and talked to her and everything. You know,
Man,
I
she
think
said
they
she
all knew they were going to Masunday's funeral.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You think they
Yeah.
She said we can't stop bloodshed, but it's good for King's Landing people to see that I gave her every opportunity to renounce her throne. So when the sky falls down on them, they know who to blame.
Do you think that Grey Worm is holding anything against Dany for not surrendering to save Missandei?
Grey Worm?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
Because that was one of the terms. Like, they would have released her if Dany surrendered.
He knew he was
He understand war. He knew that like that couldn't happen.
Okay.
Like that makes that. You know, that's
He didn't
like
expect her to do that.
no.
Not what I think is that Grey Worm is probably gonna die on there,
Yeah.
but he about to kill a ton of fucking people.
On the way out, yep.
He about to go out like a fucking G.
Yeah.
Damn, man, they finna take out the nation.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought I had them living.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing to live for now.
No.
Masandei's
I
gone.
should've known when they took
He about to kill.
Jericho
He
off
about. I conservatively believe he's gonna take out about 10 people.
I would agree with that.
I
think more than that.
No,
Like,
I don't think
especially with, like insignificant,
Conservatively.
insignificant characters. Yeah.
He gonna be out there blading.
Who do you see? Like, do you see him killing anybody significant? And if so, who? He's going for the mountain.
Right, but ain't nobody to kill. But so on Cersei's side, the only 3 people worth note: the Mountain, Euron, and Qyburn.
Qyburn.
Yeah, Qyburn.
No, I'm saying I'm
Who
also
the fuck
thinking.
cares?
I'm thinking the I forgot the dude that's running the gold company. I think he's gonna kill Grey Worm.
Yeah, but I'm saying, the dude.
Where is he?
Yeah, exactly. Who is that guy?
He was standing up there. He was standing up there with the with all the guys with their scorpions
Why would he kill Grey Worm?
because he's the best fighter they got.
Yeah, but he ain't as good
They
as Grey
haven't
Worm.
even shown that though.
Right, but no, I'm just saying that he's like their leader. He's the one he's the one that's collecting the paper though. It's more likely he's one of the better fighters.
He don't want that smoke.
I don't see them like giving him that opportunity. If Grey Worm's gonna get killed, he's gonna get killed by somebody else significant.
Oh, be right.
That would be cheating him.
Yeah, just introduce
We don't know him.
some sucker MC.
Grey Worm.
I watch. He's gonna be. I'm telling you, or it could be like Barris and Selmy though. It'd be just a gang of people just stabbing you up
I mean, it could be.
when they fought the Sons of Harpy.
I'm just saying that Tyrion gonna drop dime like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Damn.
He gonna drop that kind of dime. He gonna drop that. He telling everything.
What you need to know? I was there. Yeah, I told him about that. Your whole situation. With
I told him your mama
backstory with your nephew.
So I told him stuff your cousin did.
I asked him, can we just get y'all married? Remember, he kept harping. Let's talk before we even get out. What y'all think about that with Varys? And then before we go,
I feel like
he was pushing like, why don't we just get them married and everything be straight?
Yeah, I feel like that was like for us, like for the people watching the show, for somebody to finally acknowledge like their aunt and nephew.
And so now Varys was like, nah, man.
Yeah, he goes, how often do they do it in Winterfell?
Yeah.
No, well, that was the thing though. Remember, he said, well, Targaryens do that all the time. And he was like, but Jon is more of a
he's a Stark.
Stark more than anything. He ain't gonna be
But
fun.
if he sees himself as a Stark, then it's cool because the Stark can smash a Targaryen.
But he's also a
Targaryen.
So I feel like that was more for us.
I don't like Varys flip flopping like that.
He does it though. It's consistent with his character.
But I'm saying
That's why Tyrion asked him like, how many lords have you served? How many kings have you served?
right, but ain't nobody gonna be good enough based on your particular ass
She says
standards.
basically like a dude or a woman that constantly get a new girlfriend, new boyfriend.
I'm saying like
That's what he
Danny
does.
ain't done nothing yet. I'm saying like he is talking about treason and killing her, replacing her with somebody else because he thinks she gonna do something that he won't like.
He didn't like that she killed Sam's people.
So
I'm just saying, like in his mind, she has.
right, but I'm saying
She's
that-
already done some
I'm
fucked up shit. She shows herself to be unstable. This is what Varys is thinking.
No, I get it. But
And
I'm just
she's
saying
about
that-
to do some more fucked
But I'm
up
saying
shit.
that you need to believe in democracy then, because I'm saying like you can't ever have a monarch that's not ever going to do something you don't
I
like.
think he
unless
does.
you're the
I think
you're the monarch.
He does though, because that's what he and Tyrion at the end of season 7 were talking about, like this being more of like a democratic society. And so now like Dany does not seem to be going along with that. She's making some crazy moves, and it seems more likely that Jon would be the one to carry on the sort of
She should burn
society
that, son
that
of
they
a bitch.
see. No, and I think she will.
She should roast his ass.
I think she will.
Ooh, you saying she'll do it? I think she gonna have.
I think
It's
she
your
will.
cars.
No, she already told him. Like she was like, if you betray me, I will roast you. She already told him that.
That's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Man, all we gotta do is get your dragons, the unprotected dragons you have, and just have you fly somewhere random. You gonna have them unprotected.
We
wherever you
know
go.
Varys dies.
Yeah.
We know. Yeah,
Yeah, we know he dies.
Melisandre told him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She told us. And she
Actually,
already
you know,
died.
it actually makes sense though. Well, no, I guess it didn't. She said we're both gonna die in this land.
This strange land. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank y'all for listening. We will be back next week after the big episode. Then we have the video episode coming after that.
Yeah.
So then we can get all the stalker dudes on Raven.
Oh God.
All of them. Every one of them. And if your name is Wardell and you work at Quick Trip, any Quick Trip, yeah, actually, we're willing to go down to just having a W in your name. Actually, you know what?
So
Bump
silly.
that. If you're an assistant manager at a Quick Trip, we're willing to go that far
You are
to
silly.
get Raven hitched.
Just a little
Whoa.
context. Daryl has invented someone that he believes is my soulmate.
Yeah, his name is
who
Wardell.
Yeah.
He works at Quick Trip. He's a manager, assistant manager. They make great money, have great benefits at Quick Trip. And the whole thing, she didn't know that they had great benefits and everything there.
What the hell are y'all talking about?
Yeah, it's a long-standing thing. Our listeners don't understand and know. Thank y'all. Email us as always, landocalpod@gmail.com. We out.